You've probably never seen turquoise like this. Beneath you, the Caribbean spreads in every shade of blue imaginable. Light as glass, deep as dreams. Welcome to Antigua and Barbuda, a twin-island nation where only 100,000 people share a paradise of sunlight, coral, and calm. You're listening to Sleep Around the World, where every night we travel somewhere new, until we've drifted through them all. But this isn't just a journey for sleep. It's a manifestation voyage. As you listen, imagine yourself here, walking barefoot on warm sand, breathing ocean air, feeling peace and abundance settle into your heart. Before we begin, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next country. And tell us where you're listening from and what time it is. It's always beautiful to see dreamers around the world connected under one sky. Now, close your eyes. The plane descends through soft clouds. Sunlight spills across the sea. Welcome to the islands of sun and still water. The sky opens like a curtain of light. Below, the Caribbean spreads in layers of blue, turquoise, aqua, sapphire, each one glimmering beneath a sun so bright it feels alive. Clouds drift like white islands over water that seems endless. You lean toward the window and catch your first glimpse of the shoreline. Curved bays of pale sand, coral reefs tracing patterns beneath the surface, sailboats drifting like thoughts across the sea. The pilot announces our descent into Antigua, the larger of two twin islands that form this nation of sunlight and still water. Your journey has begun. The air changes as soon as the door opens, warm, salty, and sweet with the smell of tropical flowers. The breeze moves like music, soft and steady. Palm trees sway along the runway as if welcoming you home. Only 100,000 people live here, yet it feels like the whole world is breathing through these islands. You close your eyes for a moment and let the heat touch your skin. Every breath you take feels like permission to rest, to arrive, to dream. Outside the airport, the sound of waves is never far. The road to St. John's, the capital, winds between green hills and bright bougainvillea. Villas peek through palms, painted in pinks and yellows that seem to catch the light from within. Vendors sell fresh coconuts by the roadside. The air is thick with the smell of lime and sea salt. Every mile feels slower than the last, and the slowness feels good, like breathing in rhythm with the earth. You're no longer rushing through the world. You're floating through it. At the harbor, boats bob gently against wooden piers. Fishermen chat softly as they coil nets still wet from morning tides. Pelicans perch on posts, their reflections rippling through blue-green water. In the distance, music floats through the air. Steel drums warming up the evening, each note glittering like sunlight on the sea. You walk slowly along the boardwalk. Every sound feels like part of a larger song, and you realize this is what peace sounds like. We stop at a small beach just north of town. The sand is white and cool beneath your feet, powder fine. Tiny crabs scuttle sideways through the foam. The sea stretches out like glass, so clear that you can see fish moving through the light. A woman walks past, carrying a basket of shells, their pink and amber surfaces glowing in the sun. She smiles and says, "You'll dream well here." and you believe her. Later, we sit under a thatched roof as the sun slips lower. The breeze smells of salt and sweet fruit. Someone hands you a drink made of ginger, pineapple, and a hint of mint. You taste it, bright, cool, alive with light. The ocean keeps moving beside you, never tiring, never loud. You inhale deeply and feel every muscle in your body let go. Somewhere inside you, the idea of travel and rest become the same thing. As the sky turns amber, boats return to harbor. Their sails catch the sun and burn gold against the horizon. Seabirds circle above them in lazy loops. The first lanterns flicker to life along the shore, reflected in the water like a trail of stars. You hear the soft drumbeat again in the distance. Slow, steady, welcoming. This place doesn't rush the day to its end. It lets the light linger as long as it can. When night finally arrives, it does so gently. The temperature drops just enough for comfort. The sea darkens to ink, the stars reflecting so clearly that it's hard to tell where the sky ends. You sit on the sand and listen. Waves, wind, and your own breathing blending into one. Every sound says the same thing. You are home in the world. You smile, close your eyes, and let sleep rise like the tide. The world wakes slowly in St. John's. The air before sunrise is soft and blue, filled with the hush that comes before music begins. Far out at sea, the first fishing boats return, their engines humming low like bees over water. You can smell the salt before you can see it. That clean, endless scent that reminds you of time moving without hurry. As the light spreads, roofs shimmer with dew and palm fronds turn silver. The city breathes, stretching into day. We walk down to the harbor while the sky still glows pale gold. Market stalls bloom along the water, bright umbrellas opening one by one like flowers. Vendors greet each other with laughter and rhythm. Even their voices seem to sway. The air smells of mango, coconut, and roasted corn. Someone is slicing papaya, the juice catching sunlight like liquid glass. A breeze moves through, carrying snippets of conversation in lilting island tones. The whole morning feels like a song warming up. A man waves from behind a wooden table stacked with pineapples. "Fresh from the hills," he says with a grin, knife flashing quick and kind. He cuts a piece and offers it to you. The flavor bursts bright, sweet enough to make you close your eyes. He nods, proud. "You see, Antigua tastes good when you smile." You laugh, and he laughs too. And for a moment, the sound of both your voices blends with the chatter. The gulls, the low drum of waves against the pier. Around the corner, women sell handmade baskets and jewelry woven from seagrass and shells. Their fingers move fast and graceful, turning simple threads into art. One of them hums a tune that could be a lullaby or a prayer. It's hard to tell the difference here. You run your hand over a bracelet, smooth as driftwood. She says, "It's for travelers, for protection and return." You buy it and slip it on, feeling the cool beads against your skin like tiny reminders to keep wandering kindly. The harbor fills with color. Boats sway gently in the tide, their hulls painted in shades of turquoise and coral. Fishermen lift nets glittering with silver scales. A pelican dives, vanishing in a burst of spray, then rises again, triumphant. Music starts. Steel drums, soft at first, then growing round and warm. The rhythm finds the space between footsteps and voices, weaving everything together into one living heartbeat. You realize the island doesn't wake up. It dances awake. We stop at a small cafe overlooking the water. The smell of coffee mixes with ocean air. The owner brings out plates of Johnny cakes and slices of banana bread still warm from the oven. You taste the bread. It's rich with cinnamon and sunlight. Behind the counter, a radio hums with gentle reggae. The melody blends with the laughter of children running along the dock outside. Every sound feels familiar, as if you've heard it in a dream before. The sun climbs higher, turning the water to silver. Shadows shorten and the market hums with calm energy, busy but never loud. You take a slow walk along the pier, feeling wood warm beneath your feet. A woman sells small bottles of sea glass polished smooth by time. For luck, she says, for new journeys. You pick one up. Light pours through it in shades of green and gold. You slip it into your pocket like a secret, a tiny piece of the island to carry forward. By midday, the air shimmers with heat. The market begins to quiet, stalls closing until evening. You find a shady spot beneath a palm and sit, watching boats move lazily across the bay. The rhythm of the waves matches your breathing again. In, out, soft, sure. The sound becomes the world's pulse. You realize that peace isn't something you find. It's something that's been waiting for you all along. The breeze turns warm, carrying the scent of fruit and salt and possibility. The boat rocks gently against the dock, sunlight glinting off its hull. The water below is so clear that you can see the sand rippling beneath it like silk. A gull cries somewhere overhead, its voice soft against the steady murmur of waves. We board quietly, the wooden planks warm beneath our feet. The captain nods, starts the engine, and the sound vibrates low and calm through the air. As the ropes are untied, the island of Antigua begins to drift behind us, glowing gold against the blue. The ocean between the two islands is calm as breath. The wind moves gently across the surface, shaping tiny ridges of light. You lean over the side and feel sea spray kiss your face. Cool, salty, alive. Far below, fish dart through shades of turquoise and jade. The rhythm of the boat matches the rhythm of your heartbeat. The longer you watch, the slower both become. Clouds slide by, casting soft shadows that pass like thoughts across the water. Everything feels lighter now. Barbuda appears on the horizon, rising from the sea like a dream of color. Its beaches stretch endlessly, pale pink sand glimmering where coral dust mixes with shells. The island seems untouched, suspended between sunlight and silence. As we draw closer, you can hear nothing but wind and waves. A line of palm trees stands like quiet guardians at the edge of the shore. You feel as if you're approaching the edge of the known world and finding peace there. The boat glides into a lagoon where the water turns translucent blue. Birds skim low across the surface, their wings tracing small crescents of silver. A faint scent of salt grass drifts through the air. When the engine stops, silence floods in. Vast, clean, complete. You close your eyes and listen. The water laps softly against the hull, a heartbeat disguised as sound. It feels like the ocean itself is breathing with you, slow and steady, wave after wave. We step onto the sand. It glows faintly underfoot, almost rose-colored in the afternoon light. Each grain catches the sun like glass. The air hums with warmth. You walk to the edge of the sea and let the waves touch your toes. A sensation so gentle, it feels like being welcomed. The world stretches outward in every direction. Endless blue above, endless blue below. And you, standing quietly in between. You take a deep breath and feel yourself dissolve into the horizon. Farther along the beach, the coral reef rises beneath the surface, bright with life. Fish move through it in flashes of color: gold, violet, emerald. You wade into the shallows, the water warm and weightless around you. Each movement sends ripples of light across the sea floor. The ocean cradles you like memory, timeless and kind. You float on your back, eyes closed, listening to the hum of your own breath blending with the world's. For a moment, there's no distance between you and the sea. Later, we walk through a grove of palms toward the interior. The air smells of fruit and rain. Birds call softly from branches overhead. A small wooden house stands near the edge of the lagoon, its porch wrapped in vines. An old man sits there, carving a piece of driftwood into the shape of a bird. He looks up and smiles. "Every traveler leaves something behind," he says. "And every traveler takes something they can't name." You nod. You understand without words. Evening begins to fall. The lagoon mirrors the sky, pink, gold, violet, shifting through colors that seem too gentle to be real. The water grows still, the palms quiet. You stand barefoot in the sand and feel gratitude move through you like a tide. The air is soft, the light forgiving. Somewhere out at sea, the sun disappears, but its warmth lingers, floating in the waves. You close your eyes, the sound of the world fading to a heartbeat of water and air. Morning comes soft and golden. The sound of roosters drifts through palm leaves, answered by laughter from somewhere near the water. In a small village along the coast, smoke curls from clay ovens, carrying the scent of bread and spice. The world feels unhurried here. Every sound has space to breathe. You follow the smell of cinnamon and sugar until you reach a stand where a woman stirs dough with practiced grace, her movements slow as the tide. She looks up and smiles. Hungry? She hands you a piece of warm ducana wrapped in banana leaf. Sweet potato, coconut, and spice blended together. The taste is soft, sweet, grounding. Behind her, the sea glitters through the trees. Food is how we tell stories, she says. Every recipe is a song someone sang a long time ago. You take another bite and listen. Somewhere nearby, children sing while chasing each other through the sand, their voices rising like sunlight. Everything here seems to speak in harmony. We walk toward a clearing where men repair fishing nets under a thatched roof. Their hands move quickly, tying and looping with effortless rhythm. One hums a tune, low, steady, full of calm strength. The others join, voices blending until the air itself begins to vibrate. The song isn't loud, yet it fills every corner of space. It's about the sea, about patience, about bringing home what you need and leaving the rest to the waves. The melody settles into your heartbeat, simple and sure. Later, a storyteller gathers people beneath a tamarind tree. She sits on a worn wooden stool, eyes bright with memory. Her voice moves like water, gentle at first, then rippling with energy. She tells of the spirits of the ocean, of sailors who followed the stars, and lovers who built houses from coral. Each word feels ancient and close at the same time. Children lean against their parents' knees. Older listeners smile knowingly. You can feel generations flowing through a single voice. When the story ends, she looks at you and says, "All travelers carry stories in their skin. When you return home, the wind will remember you." Her words settle deep, like a tide finding shore. Someone begins to clap softly. Others join until the rhythm turns into song again. Slow, circular, filled with gratitude. Drums appear, shells rattling lightly. Feet move in the sand, leaving patterns that vanish with every step. Proof that even joy can be gentle. As afternoon drifts into gold, the scent of grilled fish and lime fills the air. We eat together by the sea, the horizon glowing silver. The meal is simple: snapper, plantain, coconut rice. But every bite tastes like sunlight and rain mixed together. Someone pours ginger tea. Another hums without words. The waves answer in rhythm. The sound of community becomes a lullaby, steady and low. You take a sip, warmth spreading through your chest like a small, steady fire. Evening settles over the island in shades of rose and blue. Children chase the last of the light. The storyteller hums again, her tune carrying softly across the bay. You stand at the edge of the water, the sand still warm beneath your feet. Somewhere, a conch shell sounds, a single note that lingers long after the player has stopped. The breeze moves through your hair, carrying music and salt and peace. You close your eyes, letting the rhythm stay. Night approaches gently, without shadows. Lanterns flicker outside the huts, glowing like captive stars. The island's songs grow slower, fading into the hush of the tide. You feel the day loosen its hold, replaced by something softer. the quiet joy of belonging, even for a moment, to a place that lives by rhythm and kindness. The air smells of sea and firelight. You breathe in, and the island breathes with you. The sun leans low across the Caribbean sky, turning every ripple of the ocean to gold. The world slows with it. The waves reach the sand and retreat in lazy rhythm, as if counting the last moments of day. Palm fronds sway softly overhead, their shadows bending with the breeze. The air smells of salt, smoke, and something sweet, a mix of fruit, sea, and fire. You walk toward the beach, where a small fire flickers against the growing dusk. The sand is warm, almost glowing. A group has gathered there. Travelers, fishermen, children, elders, all facing the horizon. No one speaks loudly. There's no need. The sound of the sea is conversation enough. Someone hums a tune, low and circular. Another joins, and then another, until voices blend like threads of smoke. The melody feels ancient, simple, alive. It rises and falls with the tide, looping endlessly, carrying gratitude for the day that's ending. You close your eyes, letting the sound find its way inside you. A woman passes a bowl of roasted plantain, still warm from the fire. You take one, crisp on the outside, soft within, flavored faintly with sea salt. She smiles. "We give thanks for the day," she says, "and for the days that will come." The words stay in your chest like an ember. You look out toward the water, where the horizon shimmers red and gold. Each wave seems to bow before the light, paying its respects before darkness arrives. As the sky deepens, the first stars appear, faint pinpricks that grow stronger as the sun fades. The ocean mirrors them, reflecting small sparks across the surface. Someone adds driftwood to the fire. The flames leap higher, painting faces in amber glow. Children sit close, eyes wide with wonder. A guitarist strums slow chords, each note stretching far before dissolving into air. The rhythm is gentle enough to slow your heartbeat without you realizing it. The world begins to hum. You find a seat on a piece of driftwood, toes buried in cool sand. The sound of the guitar mixes with the surf, the breeze, the quiet crackle of fire. Each sound knows its place, never louder than it should be. You watch the sky fade through violet, indigo, then deep blue. The smell of smoke lingers, soft and sweet. Someone laughs nearby, not sharp or sudden, but warm and full. You can feel gratitude filling the air like fragrance. For a long while, no one moves. The sea glows under the moon, and the island seems to breathe with it. The fire crackles softly, steady and patient. You tilt your head back, letting your eyes follow the slow drift of stars. You think of how far you've come, across countries, across oceans, through stories and sleep and song. Every journey has brought you closer to this stillness. You inhale deeply, tasting salt and wood smoke and contentment. The thought rises unspoken, I am exactly where I need to be. A man with silver hair begins to tell a story. Not loudly, just enough for the circle to hear. It's about a fisherman who caught a star in his net and how he set it free so it could light the night. The story ends quietly. The wind carries away the last words. Someone hums again, slow and steady. The sea joins in, whispering against the shore. You feel the rhythm wrap around you like a blanket. Warmth, music, gratitude, rest. The fire burns low. The waves stretch thin and even across the sand. You lie back, eyes half open, watching the last sparks rise and vanish. The night has a heartbeat, soft, patient, sure. Everything feels connected. The stars, the water, the people, the sound of your breath. Tomorrow will come, but not yet. Tonight is for stillness, for peace, for sleep. You close your eyes and let the warmth of the island carry you deeper into calm. The fire has faded to embers. The only sound now is the sea. A slow, endless breath that moves through the night without hurry. The sand beneath you is cool and smooth, shaped perfectly to your body, as if the island itself is holding you. The air carries traces of salt and warmth, the perfume of night-blooming flowers. You breathe in deeply, feeling the rhythm of the waves match your chest. A quiet reminder that the world is alive and kind. Above you, the stars scatter across the sky in dazzling silence. The Milky Way glows like powdered light, stretching from horizon to horizon. The constellations look close enough to touch. Each one seems to pulse with a steady heartbeat, ancient, gentle, patient. The moon hangs low, silver on the sea, painting a soft path across the water. You watch it shimmer and break, reform and shimmer again. The ocean becomes a mirror for the sky, and you are floating between the two. The breeze moves lightly through the palms, whispering in a language older than words. Crickets and distant waves play counterpoint. Earth and sea, night and breath. Somewhere in the distance, a single drum sounds, slow, one beat at a time, like footsteps fading into infinity. It could be thunder, or it could be memory. Either way, it reminds you that everything is connected. You are a traveler, not just of places, but of moments, of quiet, of light. You close your eyes. Behind them, the stars still burn, their light echoing in your mind. You imagine yourself drifting over the water, weightless, free, unhurried. Each wave lifts you gently, then sets you down softer than before. Thoughts dissolve into sound. Sound dissolves into stillness. You let go of the day, of the world, of everything except this feeling of peace. The universe hums quietly through you, and you hum back without realizing it. The tide reaches a little higher, cool against your toes. It doesn't wake you. It grounds you. The sand shifts slightly, cradling your legs. The air moves through your hair, whispering its secrets. Rest. Breathe. Receive. You inhale, and the scent of ocean fills you. You exhale, and the world sighs with you. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to chase. Just the heartbeat of water, the whisper of stars, and the softness of being here, now. Somewhere beyond sight, the first light of dawn waits. A promise, not a demand. The stars know it's coming, but they don't rush to leave. Neither should you. You are part of the same rhythm. The eternal pulse between darkness and light, between dream and day. Every place you've traveled tonight still exists within you. The harbor, the pink sands, the stories, the laughter, the fire. Each memory glows quietly inside, like lanterns floating on water. If you wake before morning, the waves will still be there, whispering your name against the shore. The wind will remember your breath. The island will remember your peace. But when morning truly comes, we'll lift our eyes again and travel onward to new lands, new colors, new dreams. Next, our journey takes us to Argentina, where mountains rise through clouds and music drifts through city streets. For now, rest. Let your dreams carry you there ahead of us. The sea calms. The world quiets. You are safe, loved, and at home everywhere you go. Let the night close gently around you. Soft waves, soft air, soft stars. The island watches over you as you drift. Breathe in the ocean. Exhale the sky. Let sleep find you like the tide returning to shore. Slow, certain, forever. Good night, traveler. Dream well.